We're at APEC 2016 with Pierric Guegen from Yole Developpment. A lot of GaN suppliers here, a lot of silicon carbide. You have a recent report on GaN versus silicon carbide. Can you briefly describe where you see the advantages of GaN versus SiC and vice versa?
Yes, so definitely. As we're in APEC, you can go around, you will hear all the booths long about gallium nitride, silicon carbide. In our recent report, we have really investigated the power application, which application will use silicon carbide or gallium nitride or either both technology in the same application. We end up with an understanding where most of the application and the market for gallium nitride today, the status is 80% of the market will be positioned below 400 volts. And particularly in this area, you will not have really a battle in between silicon carbide and gallium nitride. Above 1200 volt, we know that this is more an area where you have silicon carbide. What's interesting is when we analyze the markets in between. So those are the markets where you will have both silicon carbide and gallium nitride, and we make the analysis in order to understand which are the added value for GaN compared to silicon carbide.
What do you though think is the greatest challenge to adoption of gallium nitride?
Well, actually today the gallium nitride, you start to find many solutions, right? This solution, you need to know how to use the power device. We start, and that's really interesting to see really advanced packaging technology that hit the gallium nitride power device so that one integrator can grab all the value out of that. But still, we need a gate driver, and we know that the recent development today is really to co-integrate both the power device and the driver to make the life easy for designer so that they can easily implement the gallium nitride and this wide bandgap technology.
Good. What about silicon carbide? Are you seeing the adoption in line with some of your analytical reports you've released in the past, or are there some gating factors to that adoption volume you expected?
So last year, what we have seen is first silicon carbide start to really be implemented in photovoltaic area. Another really interesting thing is we have seen in AC adapter a silicon carbide device. This is the first market where silicon carbide hits mass consumption, and that will drive the market up. Another thing is if you look at the breakdown on the silicon carbide market, 80% of the market is already for diodes. And by having this 80% of the market for diodes, that bring volume at the wafer, silicon carbide wafer level, breaking down and the price of and the cost of the wafer. So that will be a huge and positive impact on the overall price for this.
Thank you, Pierric.
You're welcome.